I'm sure that we've all been in kind of awkward situations before between friends when you're kind of, what would you call it, like the middleman between two friends that don't really like each other or are fighting at that time. It might even happen at your workplace, it might even happen privately, but it does happen quite a bit. And honestly, that is going to relate to today's video because we have a really interesting article to go through that I want to talk about, plus some projections about the Vancouver Canucks that really perked my ears up and I think Canucks fans are going to like. But guys, welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you could make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And as always, guys, I'm very humble, so thank you for all the support I have already gotten from you guys. Because I had found a really interesting article about Jake DeBrusk. By the way, Jake DeBrusk that actually really likes Pokemon, by the way, which I don't know if you guys saw that video, but Google it. It's pretty funny. But this article we're going to be talking about is Canucks Jake DeBrusk was like the middleman between Pettersson and Miller. It's close quote. Wow, that must have been incredibly awkward, and there are some really interesting tidbits in this article. And here's the thing. I remember when I talked to you guys about when all that drama was going on between JT Miller and Pettersson, I remember telling you how much this can affect a dressing room. It can either, bring you together, something like this, or completely destroy you. And I'm telling you, this is a really interesting quote right here. JT had me over for dinner a couple of times, and I love him a lot. I was sitting beside Petey in the dressing room, and we hung out a lot. It became a thing where I was almost the middleman, close quote. And here we have some more interesting stuff. In early November, after some sort of incident in the dressing room, likely following a home game versus Nashville Predators, where Miller was benched for a time, Miller told the team he needed to take a leave of absence for personal reasons. The quote continues, Miller taking a leave was a lot to take, DeBrusk admitted to Edmonton's Journal's Jim Matheson. Quote, that was the most intense. As a guy who had just met him, you're hoping he's okay. You don't know what's going on, but everything happens for a reason, close quote. So yeah, obviously there was a lot of drama going on, and obviously there's a reason that they moved on from JT Miller. Now, of course, we don't know whether that was 100% the right choice because at the end of the day, I mean, Elias Pettersson did not have a good season. We know that he was really frustrated with his season, and I think that he's going to improve. I cannot imagine him having as bad of a season as he did last year. It seems incomprehensible for that to happen. Like, I view Pettersson as like a point per game player. Maybe not he's going to score 100 points every single year, but I think he should be an 80-point player. I think that was still probably the right decision, and I hope Elias Pettersson makes me look good because I'm hoping the Canucks have a big bounce back season next year. And I'm telling you right now, if they want to keep Quinn Hughes, they have to remain competitive. If they have a competitive season, I see no reason why Quinn Hughes wouldn't want to stay with the Vancouver Canucks. Shifting gears, I wanted to talk about the Canucks division and why I actually think that they're in a better position than you might think. Jay Fresh on Twitter, I don't know if you've ever seen him or followed him, he has projections, and he projected that the Vancouver Canucks would make the playoffs in 4th place in the Pacific Division. And if we take a closer look here, the Vancouver Canucks projecting to have 98 points and make the playoffs. And let's not forget, in 23-24, the Golden Knights made the playoffs with that exact amount of points in the Pacific. Now, I heard a lot of scoffing at this, like this is just not possible at all. I don't think so. They still have Elias Pettersson. They still got DeBrusk. They have 2 good goalies. You have Quinn Hughes in his prime. You know Quinn Hughes is going to be great. There's no doubt Quinn Hughes is going to be an elite superstar every single year. I don't think it's impossible that the Vancouver Canucks could make the playoffs and maybe even win a round with a bit of luck. And let's not forget, in the Pacific Division, it's possible that even 4 or 5 teams can make the playoffs in that division, depending on how wild cards and stuff figure out. So again, if the Vancouver Canucks can just get to like just close to 100 points, they don't even have to get 100 points, right? They get 97, 98, 99. They can absolutely be right there. I just don't think it's that impossible that they could at least secure the first wild card spot in the Western Conference. I don't think that's impossible at all. Now, they need things to come together. One of the biggest wild cards is going to be Elias Pettersson. Atu Ratu, how does he perform? I'm expecting him to have a decent season. I'm not sure if he's going to be the most elite guy, but if you look at his American Hockey League stats, he's been pretty good, and I'm really interested to see how he performs. Can Demko get back to where he is? I'm really interested to see if Demko, if he's gotten away from his injury issues. I've always been a little bit nervous with Demko and his injuries. I like Demko. I like him quite a bit. I think he's a good goalie. I think when he is healthy, he can perform. Kevin Lankinen is good. I don't like how much that Vancouver has spent on their goaltending, but I do think that these are guys that are good quality National Hockey League goalies that can play a lot of games if need be. And another thing that I will always remember, Canucks fans, just to finish this video off, is that the Vancouver Canucks have done a good job of attracting American players and ensuring that American players feel comfortable and that they want to stay there. You got, Garland, Besser, and Demko. You got all of these guys that have chosen to stay. Why can't they convince Quinn Hughes to stay? Why is that so impossible? I don't know. It just feels like to me that there are a lot of people that are essentially acting like Quinn Hughes is just gone. Like he's out the door, it's already settled. I think that Quinn Hughes just wants to win. And I think that a lot of these guys are obsessed to win. And if you're going to sign long term for a franchise, why wouldn't you be really worried about, okay, is this team going to be good for the next 8 years or 7 years or however long the player signs? It's pretty understandable to be worried about that. But guys, I'm going to leave this video here. If you could make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.